The outlook wasn't brilliant for the Mudville Nine that day. The score stood 4-2 with but one inning more to play. And then when Cooney died at first, and Barrows did the same, a sickly silence fell upon the patrons of the game. A straggling few got up to go. In deep despair the rest clung to hope, which springs eternal in the human breast, for they thought, if only Casey could get a whack at that. He'd put up even money now with Casey at the bat. But Flynn preceded Casey, and so did Jimmy Blake. The former was a Lulu, and the latter was a cake. So upon the stricken multitude grim melancholy sat, for there seemed but little chance of Casey getting to the bat. But Flynn, let drive a single, to the wonderment of all, and Blake, the much despised, tore the cover off the ball. So when the dust had lifted, and men saw what had occurred, there was Blake, safe at second, and Flynn, a hug in third. Then, from 5,000 throats or more, there rose a mighty yell. It rumbled in the valley, it rattled in the dell, it knocked upon the mountains, it recoiled upon the flats for Casey. Mighty Casey was advancing to the bat. There was ease in Casey's manner as he stepped up to the plate. There was pride in Casey's bearing, a smile on Casey's face. And as he responded to the crowd, he lightly doffed his hat. No stranger in the place could doubt 'twas Casey at the bat. 10,000 eyes were on him as he rubbed his hands with dirt. 5,000 tongues applauded as he wiped it on his shirt. And as the arriving pitcher ground the ball into his hip, defiance gleamed in Casey's eye. A sneer curled Casey's lip. And then the leather-covered sphere came hurtling through the air, and Casey stood watching it in a haughty grandeur there. Close by the sturdy bats boy, the ball unheeded sped. "That ain't my style," says Casey. "Strike one," the umpire said. From the benches black with people there rose a mighty roar like the beating of storm waves on a stern and distant shore. "Kill him! Kill the umpire!" shouted someone from the stand, and it's likely they'd have killed him had not Casey raised his hand. And with a smile of Christian charity, great Casey's visage shone. He stilled the rising tumult, and he bade the game to go on. He signaled to the pitcher. Once again the spheroid flew, but Casey still ignored it. And the umpire said, "Strike two." "Fraud!" cried the maddened thousands. And the echo answers, "Fraud," but one scornful look from Casey. And the audience is awed. They saw his face grow stern and cold. They saw his muscles strain. They knew that Casey would not let the ball go by again. The smile is gone from Casey's lip. His teeth are clenched with hate, and he pounds with cruel violence his bat upon the plate. And now the pitcher holds the ball, and now he lets it go, and now the air is shattered by the force of Casey's blow. Oh, somewhere in this favored land, the sun is shining bright. A band is playing somewhere, and somewhere hearts are light. And somewhere men are singing, and somewhere children shout, but there is no joy in Mudville. Mighty Casey has struck out. It's true. I was there. Strike three. Out of here.